Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video. As you see, I'm back down in my library of amazingness. So I'm going to bring you my May book haul today. And as you know, I always start off with book of the month. So if you don't know Book of the Month by now, it is a monthly subscription box where it caters to readers, and your subscription starts at $14.99 a piece. Your subscription starts at $14.99 with an additional 2 books for $9.99 a piece. So let's get started with my Book of the Month selections. Here they are. My May book of the month was Breathless, a thriller by Amy McCulloch. And this takes place in China, I believe. And it's just about this reporter that is being hunted by a murderer in the mountains. So this sounds very interesting, and I definitely want to read it soon. Breathless by Amy McCulloch. My second book is The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. And this reminds me of Mexican Gothic. And this is also like a haunted house story. I never read Mexican Gothic anyway, but I've heard like comparisons to this. This is a debut novel, so this one sounded interesting, and I might read it real soon. And I do like that cover too, especially with the Mexican backdrop. But that is The Hacienda. And the final book I got in May is actually a nonfiction called Tell Me Everything, The Story of a Private Investigation by Erica Krause. And this is based off of the author, and she was a rape victim, and this is all about her experience with that tragic event. Sounded very good. And this was actually a March release. So hopefully I'll get to it soon. That is Tell Me Everything. And that wraps up my May box. Now on to a little pile of Barnes & Noble. Here we go. First book I picked up was My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman. And this is about a 7-year-old girl and her relationship with her grandmother, who recently just passed away. And it's kind of ironic that I got this book this month. I just got news that my grandma is going to be on a debate to go on hospice. And she's got like pneumonia. She can't really swallow that well. And her only option was to maybe go to a permanent feeding tube. So I'm going to go visit her over the weekend and see what's going to happen. But yeah, it was just ironic that I like literally picked up this book this month. Huh. Okay, moving on. The next book is The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. And this takes place during Vietnam. and it's all about soldiers just living life behind the front lines. And I think this is written kind of like a journal or something. Kind of. So I heard a recommendation from my history teacher about this book, and I just found it on a whim, and it sounded really good. So that is The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. Next is one of my 3 graphic novels, and this is Batman Harley Quinn by Paul Dini, Yvel Gouchet, Aaron Soud, Don Kramer, Wayne Foucher, Joe Quinones, and Neil Googie. And this collects stories from Batman Harley Quinn number 1, Batman Gotham Knights 14 and 30, Detective Comics number 831 and 837, Joker's Asylum 2, Harley Quinn number 1, Batman Black and White number 1 and 3, Legends of the Dark Knight 100-page Super Spectacular number 1, and Detective Comics 23.2. And I'm going to read the back of this and show you some pictures. Love makes you do crazy things. Head over heels in her devotion to the Joker, Arkham psychiatrist Harleen Quinzel gave up her career and her sanity to transform herself into the ultimate companion for crime's clown prince, the Mad Mall, Harley Quinn. Of course, Harley's romance with the Joker hasn't been easy. The two are at each other's throats as often as in each other's arms. And the buzzkill Batman is always sticking his nose in just when things are starting to get fun. But what great love story is without the occasional incarceration and life-threatening peril? The Joker's main squeeze takes center stage in these stories from top creators Paul Dini, Yvel Gouchet, Don Kramer, Joe Quinones, Neil Googie, and more. And here are some pictures. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, it looks like a pretty fun time. So that is Harley Quinn. Next one is Lock and Key number 2. And this is Head Games by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. So this continues the story of Lock and Key, of course, and it's just another haunted house story. Here. So that's Lock and Key. Moving on. Next book I got, and I've been wanting to get this book for so long. I just finally bit the bullet and got World War Z, An Oral History of the Zombie War by Max Brooks. Everybody should know this story by now. It's just a zombie epidemic spreading across the entire world. And the movie stars Brad Pitt, and I've seen it once, but I really would like to see it again because I really enjoyed it. But I now have the book. That is World War Z. Got 2 more books. The next one is Into the Inferno, a photographer's journey through California's megafires and fallout by Stuart Pally. And this is obviously a nonfiction. And this recounts the fires in 2016 and 2020 out in California. So this is going to be a real book. literally, with a real disaster. So I just had to pick it up. I'm going to show you some pictures, because I am like that. Yeah, so I just picked this up on a whim because it sounded really interesting. But that is Into the Inferno. There we go. There it is. And my final book is another graphic novel. Probably one of the most special Batman graphic novels of all time. That is Year One by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli, or Mazzucchelli, with Richmond Lewis. And this obviously starts off with the rise of Batman and how he got into crime fighting. I really don't know much about the story, but I think the Batman that came out earlier this year takes ideas from this. So I definitely want to check this out real soon. There's a couple pictures, and that is Batman Year One. And that wraps up my May book haul. And I'm going to go see Top Gun Maverick tomorrow. And I'll try and film my dual review for Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick as well tomorrow. So look out for that video. And after that, I have one more video to film this month, depending on how the weekend goes. And that's going to be movies I watched in May. So look out for that one. And I'll also have my review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So I still have quite a bit of stuff to do this month. And I just literally got this news about my grandma today. So hopefully all is well. And hopefully I get to see her over the weekend. Other than that, I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll see you guys for my Top Gun video tomorrow. Later.